Hello everyone. So today we are back again here giving you a lovely bobbin along video. This one is going to be relatively fast, I hope. And today I'm just going to be fixing a few things by hand. Excuse my hair, it's a little wild right now. I didn't really know what to talk about today, but I figured that with everything going on, probably the thing that would make the most sense is this lovely virus we've been experiencing. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of like talk about that a little bit and just give you guys my thoughts on it and how I'm feeling and how I hope you're feeling. And yeah, so basically what I'm doing with, excuse me, oh, okay, need to cut my thread. Basically what I'm doing with this shirt is the zipper has kind of come undone at the bottom, so it's really hard to zip it up. So I'm just gonna fix that bad. Why is my hair not being cooperative today? Basically, where I live, my college has decided to cancel all classes in person, and I'm not super happy about it. Obviously, being a performance major, this affects me a little bit differently than a lot of other people may be affected. Similar to anyone who has to take like a lab in class, you know that class time is essential and it's kind of pointless to be online in an acting class. So I'm still not exactly sure how they're gonna figure all of that jazz out. I literally don't even know how I just nodded that. But we'll see what's gonna happen, and I'm sure that everything will end up being fine. It's just a little frustrating. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at. Like, none of my, what am I doing? None of my classes are really going to be super affected by it. Mainly just like my dance classes are the ones that I'm most disappointed about. We already canceled the ACDA, which is like the national or regional conference for college dance, and we were supposed to go to that at the end of the month, I believe. So like that kind of sucks, and it would be my last one because I'm a senior, so that like big sucks. And my friend was supposed to have myself and one of our other friends perform for it, and now we cannot. And we're still not sure if we're even going to be able to perform it at all because we've only choreographed half of it, and we don't even know if our dance concert is going to be put up. So that's fun. My best friend had her senior show canceled, our musical for this semester, which is like big time sucky. So that's frustrating, and we've just had a lot of things that like need to happen be canceled. My other roommate is struggling because she's training to be a teacher, and she basically has to do all of her stuff online instead of in person, obviously, because public schools are also closing now, and she's a music teacher. So how do you get students to like do that kind of stuff on their own when they might not be able to play the piano for themselves and like hear their parts, especially with chorus? And then band kids, like a lot of people didn't get super advanced warning from teachers or from anyone that the schools were going to be closed, so some of them probably didn't take home all of their stuff. So it's going to be kind of hard for a lot of teachers to actually figure out what the heck to do. Other than that, we've been doing pretty well and just trying to like get through. So my school's spring break was this past week. I'm filming this like about a week before it's going to go up. So my school's spring break was last week and it's Monday now, and then we are waiting until Wednesday to start up classes again, and then on Wednesday we will start up classes again online. So I have a lot of like Zoom classes, which is basically like Skype but for education, and all that kind of stuff planned. So again, we'll kind of see how everything works out in the end, but I am hoping that they will figure stuff out. It's just kind of scary for me because like as a senior, I'm just a little bit worried about how everything's gonna work with graduating and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not super concerned about it. I just want to make sure that I get my degree and that I'm not screwed over because of it. But I'm sure that like everyone will be quite understanding about the situation, because everyone kind of knows what's going on. So thankfully I haven't gotten sick yet as far as I know, and no one in my family has really gotten sick. Most of my friends are like okay and doing well, so I'm very grateful for that aspect. And I know that a lot of people are struggling right now and may have family members who are sick or who are immunocompromised, so they're really worried about their health. And just keep washing your hands, people. Try to distance yourself as much from other people as you can. There's a lot of like different information going around, which I think is where I'm really struggling. I read like a article or like a research paper that talked about the different theories of what works best in these situations, and that mainly said that like social distancing, so making sure that you're not like gathering in a large group of people, but you're still doing everyday activities like going to the grocery store if you're not immunocompromised or in the like older age bracket that they're talking about, is really important, because like the way that social distancing works is that it spreads out the disease and allows it to spread on a more widespread level. I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, but if you want to look up what social distancing really is, I finished that, then please feel free to do so. I'm basically just gonna fix some of the holes in this sweater. But basically the general like concept is that you only interact with like a few people in general, and you stay in kind of your like social group, so you're not like gathering in big groups, but you're also not exclusively quarantining yourself. And then basically what happens is it flattens the curve of people who are sick, so everyone's not getting sick at the same time and then recovering at the same time. People are getting sick intermittently and slowly over time, which basically means that the spread of the sickness is not going to be overwhelming and hospitals will not be overwhelmed and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm not explaining this as well as I could be. If you're interested in the concepts that I'm talking about, please, please, please do further research. I don't fully understand them, and I don't think anyone at this point really knows what the best thing to do is, which is why we've decided to kind of isolate ourselves, as it's really like kind of the best option at this moment. It really sucks. I just think that, you know, you have to find the bright side of things, and also you still have to continue to do things for yourself and like go outside and go on a walk and, you know, wash your hands, but like still interact with some people, because I don't know, I just think like if you're going stir crazy, like it's not worth it for you to go insane just because of what's happening. I'm not saying that you need to be like wilding out and going into groups of people, especially if you are sick, even if you're not confirmed with the actual virus. Just be smart about things and think about other people and how your choices will affect other people, but also recognize that like you do need to be able to enjoy your life and go outside and enjoy the fresh air and not be afraid to like walk down your not busy street. Just try to stay away from other people as best you can, if that makes sense, if any of this is making sense. If anyone has any like better information, please let me know, because I would love to actually have real accurate information. I just think that like there's so many different media sources, and as it always is with media or information in general, everyone has a different opinion, so it's kind of hard to like figure out what actually is true and what's not. I just think that like the panic that we're showing, not saying that closing the schools is excessive, but I think just the fact that people are like running around and buying up all the toilet paper and buying all this food that they like definitely don't need and that other people need, is just making things worse. So I think we just have to take everything in stride and don't go out and buy things excessively when you don't need them yet. Also, like, order things online if you absolutely need to. The mail services haven't been canceled yet. Also, go out and support your local restaurants by buying gift cards from them. I saw this on Facebook, and this was a really good idea because a lot of theaters and a lot of restaurants and a lot of just companies in general are going to take a really, really hard hit from this, and like some theaters don't have insurance. If your performance has been canceled, if you can afford to not get a refund, like, and donate that to the theater, it's probably the best thing for them right now, because they might not have insurance or might not have easy access to be able to recuperate that money after this time, so they're really going to be suffering. Yeah, so just take your fellow people into consideration. Obviously, if you like absolutely need the money that you spent on that performance and they're not thinking of postponing it, or they have actually canceled it, like that's a little bit different, you know, but just consider what the repercussions of it are also for the business and everything like that. Like, people are losing their jobs right now, they're not being paid, and a lot of people are going to be struggling with that, especially people who, you know, don't have multiple sources of income or aren't working from home, or also consider people who still have to work during this time, like medical doctors and nurses and firefighters and like policemen and all that kind of stuff. Like they also don't get a day off. So just be considerate of your fellow human beings. And yeah, if you don't feel comfortable going to a restaurant, then try and buy a gift card and take someone or your significant other out on like a date once this is all over and we can feel free to be in public with real human beings again. If you guys have any other suggestions, found another hole, please leave them down below of things that you can do and resources. There are a ton of theater resources that are opening up for free. There are a ton of other resources online and people who are offering free dance classes online and all sorts of things that you can do while you may be quarantined at home. So please just like look some of those up. I'm really struggling because like being away from my parents right now, and although my parents are both reasonably healthy, like my dad is quite a bit older on the age bracket, so I am a little bit more worried about something happening to him, but he is like a pretty healthy person overall, and so I'm not like super worried about that. But you know, something to keep an eye on as well, just because I'm not with them right now and I won't be able to go to South Carolina because I just don't think I should be flying right now. Yeah, also think about all your friends who, you know, may be in not great situations right now because school is their escape and their only home is college. I know that my school has been gracious enough to let people come back and live in their dorm if they have to and if they would like to, but they're encouraging people to not come back. However, for some people that's just really not the case, so think about that and just check in on your friends today, see how they're doing. I know that my mental health has not been the greatest lately because of not really having a lot to do, which is why I'm busying myself and making videos and fixing things and doing the stuff that I didn't necessarily get to do because of how busy I normally am. Yes, looks like she's done. She is beauty. She is grace. Now I'm going to move on to my last thing. I actually have to try this on first because I have to take it in slightly, but I don't know exactly where to take it into. Also, my hair is crazy today. It looks like the 80s. I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe if I just... There we go. Is that better? I don't know. You can't really see the top of my head anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter, but I'll just use black for this. Normally I would do this on the sewing machine, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to use my sewing machine today, so I'm being lazy. But that's basically my thoughts. I've had a really good past few days, kind of on and off, again, talking about mental health, but like, there was this post that I saw on Facebook. It was like, oh, people with anxiety disorders are having such an easier time dealing with everything because they're already worried so much about everything else that they feel like prepared for this kind of stuff. I just thought it was funny. I don't have like any sort of diagnosed disorder, but I could definitely feel my mental health disintegrating these past few days, mainly because I'm someone who feels like they always have to be doing something in order to be like productive and just keep my brain going. That's just how I kind of am. So it's been really hard for me these past few days, and I've been kind of just like making things for myself to do. So that's fun. It's just a little bit, like it fits my hips. It's just the waist is just a slight hair too big, not small, big. So I'm gonna flip this bad boy inside out and just kind of like, ooh, should I fix that? Meh. Nah, I'm too lazy. Flip this bad boy inside out and then literally just take like the slightest bit in on each side and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'm just kind of don't really know how I'm feeling right now, but we'll be fine. We will get to the end of this, and every little thing It's gonna be alright. Things I am looking forward to. What am I looking forward to? Graduating. Moving. Not really. I'm not looking forward to moving. Oh, updates for you guys. I actually, well, everything will be confirmed later, but I rarely wear my glasses when I'm filming, so I figured I should probably address this. But I had a LASIK consultation. So for those of you who don't know what LASIK is, it's basically just like eye surgery because my eyes are messed up and I am a very blind human being. So I really want to get LASIK. It's just going to be easier for my life as like a performer and a dancer and all that kind of stuff. And I won't have to continue wearing contacts for the rest of my life. Obviously it's not like a permanent fix, so I'll still have to have like reading glasses and stuff like that, but it's definitely going to be well worth the cost. And yeah, basically I had my first consultation a couple of weeks ago, and then because of the show and me, I had to wait a couple of weeks and not wear my glasses, and then I have a second consultation scheduled for this Friday, and during that I'm going to be basically just confirming whether or not I'm eligible for LASIK. So basically what happens is they bring you in for an initial consultation with just like an assistant. I honestly actually don't know what she was, but she like knows things about LASIK. She's just not like the official doctor who's going to be doing the surgery. I would say like the nurse equivalent of an actual doctor. I just don't know what that is in the eye care field. And so she came in and she did it, and then she talked to the doctor and they like looked at my results and everything, and they like scan your eyeball and your eye shape and everything like that. And then I got a call and she basically told me that I looked like I was going to be a candidate. They didn't really see why I wouldn't be eligible, but just to make sure, I have a appointment with like the actual doctor who is going to be doing the surgery, and he's going to kind of test everything again for me, and then I will have to, before that appointment, I had to not wear my contacts for 2 weeks, which, let me tell you, has been the most miserable 2 weeks of my entire life. It's awful. So being a performer and just being a human being, I really enjoy wearing my contacts. Like, I just don't like my glasses. They just irritate me and give me headaches and like don't make me feel my best or feel that I look my best. So I just don't really like wearing them, and I mainly just wear them when I'm being lazy, or when I need to wake up in the morning and I haven't put in my contacts yet, or when I go to my boyfriend's house and don't feel like putting in my contacts. So that's mainly what I've been using them for since I got contacts in 6th grade, and I am now a senior of college, and I have not consistently worn my glasses for any amount of time in so long. So I had a really hard time because of that, and I was having like severe headaches and not having a good time. I think the depth perception, like my depth perception was really messed up, because when you wear contacts, like it's a sphere, so it just fits to your eyeball, whereas when you have glasses, you can still see in your peripheral vision, but it's all blurred, and so the difference, oh, I'm starting to get sick from even just like looking at my peripheral vision right now. The difference for that for me just does not make me feel good, and I had probably the first migraine that I've had in a really long time. I don't get migraines consistently or anything like that, but I had the first one I've had for probably years because of my glasses. So it's just been a really frustrating almost 2 weeks. It's literally been a week. So I'm just really excited to get my contacts back in, and then to never have to deal with contacts again for a while. Let's try this bad boy on. I just finished it. We shall see how it turned out. Pretty good. I'd say that's pretty good. It's a little wrinkly, but it's probably because I had it shoved in there for a long period of time. Okay. The question is, did I do a good job? Will this get past my butt? I know you can't really see it, but it definitely fits my waist much better now. It's a little bit odd looking, but it's fine. There we go. There she is. Great. So that was a lot, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, even if it's just for a little bit of time. Did I lose something? No. Okay. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more. If you want to, you can check out my previous video on this side of the screen and my previous vlog on that side of the screen. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day in this hard time, and I hope that you stay safe, stay clean, and stay positive. Alright, bye.